What's going on, everybody? The Glad Dad back in the booth once again. Race number 2 of the championship playoffs, or week 10 of the total season. Back at it here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. Beautiful half-mile track. Completely concrete. My favorite racing surface. There's nothing like progressive banking between 24 and 28 degrees. Especially on concrete. Man, it's going to be a hoot and a half tonight. We've got about 21 drivers here registered tonight, so it's going to be a really good race. Let's get down trackside here and see some of these drivers in action, and maybe we could talk to somebody. We got Eric Johnson out here, currently at the top of the board with a 15.015. Brandon Brock in second. See Brandon Brock right there on track. Ronnie Welchel, currently 4th fastest out there. Will tonight be the night for Ronnie Welchel to grab a win here in the Outcast League? With speed like that, I think he can do it. Ronnie Hurst out here, 6th fastest, with Mr. Charles Wilson running that hot side, trying to get used to that. And last week's winner, Joshua Yarbrough, Matthew Marklin out here, currently 10th fastest, and Jordan Massey, 16th fastest out here from Fort Worth, Texas. And my pick tonight to win it from Blue Ridge, Georgia is Aaron Sellers. He's been so close. Will he finally get that win? He's had some mid-race and late-race issues that have taken that win from him. He's been fast, especially early on in the races, but just unable to capitalize on those wins. Let's take a look here at the championship standings as they fall right now. Eric Johnson leading the way with 5 points difference between him and Joshua Yarbrough in second. Brandon Brock 18 points back in third, with Ronnie Hurst fourth. Drew Kuhn in fifth, with Terry Litweiler in sixth. Tied for seventh is Kel Peterson and Brian Ziemer. Matthew Marklin in ninth. Tied for 10th, Aaron Sellers and Sean Wilson, with Jordan Massey bringing up the tail there with 60 points back. He's going to need a really good show tonight. And since we're here, let's give a huge shout out to Charles Wilson. Charles was kind enough to give my wife and I some tickets to Bristol Motor Speedway. So what better opportunity than to make a camera view of our perfect seats that he gave to us right here. You can see, here's the seats we sat in during the NASCAR Cup Series race. And you can see the entire track. It was fantastic view. And this view right here just does not do it justice. If you have not seen it in real life, you definitely need to make a trip to Bristol Motor Speedway. And back at it here. Let's see. Who do we have on track? Yeah, we got Rob Hamilton out here. Back out on track. And the serial killer, Drew Kuhn, owner of Pinnacle Wraps, from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Robert Tibbs in that 19 machine. This guy's looking good tonight. 10 minutes left in practice. Then we'll get down to qualifying here. Let's take a look here and see if we can get some camera views up here. Looks like as of right now, we've got 4 drivers out there tonight. We've got Eric Johnson, kind enough to share his camera. And we've got Steve Giberson out there, getting that VR loaded up, getting ready to get on the track. And Ronnie Welchel. And Rob Hamilton. Not on the VR tonight. Hey, there we are with the wave. Using the screens tonight. Looks like we had some issues about 2 races ago with Rob in the VR, so I think he's learned his lesson. He's out there on the monitors tonight. Good luck to those drivers. And Brian Zemer out here, currently sitting 11th fastest. Brian Zemer showing some really good pace late in this season. Steve Giberson, man, what can I say? There's nothing bad to say about Giberson. This guy right here showed up, started running here with the Outcast League, and has consistently gotten better each and every week. And man, I can promise you he's going to grab a win here really soon. This man's got some really good speed throughout the entire run. I mean, he's been qualifying up front, been running up front. Just some unfortunate circumstances and some bad luck's been taking him out of these contingents for the win. But yeah, I think he's going to be in victory lane pretty soon. We got Terry Leweiler out here from Clear Lake, Iowa. And Tim Freet, glad to see him out here. From Fargo, North Dakota. Been there, done that. That's a cold place. And there we go, Eric Johnson now, the points leader, out on track. And we've got Aaron Sellers pitting right now. I'd like to see if I can't bring Aaron Sellers into the booth. Aaron Sellers, glad to have the booth. You got me.
You got me?
Yeah, I got you, man. How we doing tonight?
Oh, doing great. How are you, buddy?
Doing pretty good. Hey, man, you're my pick to win tonight, so don't let me down.
Oh, God, don't put the pressure on now.
Oh, it's too late. It's too late for all that. It's already been announced on the broadcast. But I was just telling the folks here earlier on when we first started the show how consistent, well, not consistent-wise, but speed-wise, qualifying-wise, you've been. Like, you're a powerhouse in the Outcast League,
Oh,
but
boy.
it seems like mid to late race, some circumstances happen every single time. You either lead a bunch of laps or you qualify good, you're running good, and then boom, bad luck strikes.
Yes, sir. That's all on me for the most part.
And I hate that, but you know what? I have a feeling tonight's going to be your night.
Hey, we can cross our fingers. Hope for the best, buddy.
That's right. But look, just make some good choices on pit road tonight. I know if we have green flag pit stops, it's going to be tough to you know, make ground up on these guys on pit road.
That's a fact. This is going to be a tough one. Single entry, long pit road. So
Yes.
there's going to be a lot of work to be done.
Yep. So hopefully you can qualify up front, get on that second stretch of the pit road, and yeah, you definitely don't want to be qualifying in the back and getting on this first pit road area. That'll crush your hopes right there.
Yeah, I need the rest of these boys to slow down just a little. Give me a chance.
Man, you're third fastest here in the practice lobby. Well, I know you got speed. We've been watching you.
If I can keep it right there, we're going to be fine.
Yeah. I've got nothing but you know, confidence in you that you won't let me down.
Well, I appreciate it, man. You're the man.
That's it. All right, buddy. We'll get out of here, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you in Victory Lane tonight.
Yes, sir. We'll try our best.
All right, take it easy.
See you, pal.
All right, that was none other than Aaron Sellers. Super great guy. And let's see, who else? And we got Charles Wilson out on track right now, but looks like... Nah, he's coming in pit road. We'll see if we can't get in touch with Charles here real quick. Charles Wilson, glad dad in the booth, you got me.
Hey, glad dad. How you doing, sir? I'm doing good.
Doing good, man. How we feeling about Bristol tonight? You're sitting 8th in the board right now. But
Yep.
how's the track feel? How's the truck feel?
Well, last night during practice, man, she was glued. Rears were sticking. It was fast. But tonight she seems awful slickery.
Yeah.
Even though the temperature is good.
Is
Not
the
sure
temperature
what changed.
is the temperature consistent with what it was last night during practice?
It's actually a little cooler.
Oh wow.
So you'd think it would grip up, but
Well, you know, it seems like the times, it seems like the speed is there, so maybe you're going a little too fast there, Charles.
is that what you're saying? That's why I'm sitting 8th right now. Uh-huh.
Yep. Now,
I got
eight's a good spot when you're looking at the competition you're up against tonight.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
These
eighth with
guys
22
live and
drivers.
breathe Bristol.
That's right.
But I enjoy Bristol. It's fast, it's quick, and a lot of tight racing, and especially with this crew, where everybody respects each other, you can get door to bumper and bumper, door to door, and still have a good time, and not have to worry about it.
Absolutely. Well, hey, while I got you in here, just wanted to take a moment
Yes,
and thank you for those tickets you graciously gave my wife and I. And to say thank you, I made a camera view of the of our seats where you would have sat. So make sure to check that stream out when you get done.
I got you. I got you up.
That's right.
Nice.
Yep. We're here. We'll put it up there for you right there. Great view. And yeah, hopefully you can't make it this year.
Oh, nice. Oh, I see. I see. You never know what life brings.
You know that, man. You're right.
You know, my wife and I, we were very blessed that you guys were able to enjoy and have a good time and experienced Bristol in reality.
Oh yeah,
The Thunderdome.
It does not do it justice.
Lives up to its name, doesn't it?
It definitely does, man. But yes, really wanted to bring you in here and thank you formally. Yeah, we definitely appreciated it. So
You're welcome. Anytime, my friend.
Well, yeah, hopefully we'll see you in the podium tonight. I think this is going to be your race. Just stay cool, calm, and collected, and as always, stay out of trouble like you normally do. And you should be there at the end.
That's the plan.
All right, my friend. Well, have a good one, and yeah, we'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. Thanks for all you guys do in the booth. We appreciate it, and all of our sponsors. So,
all right, man. I appreciate
talk to you later.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, that was Mr. Charles Wilson. As we've got 1 minute left here in practice. And we got Sean Wilson heading out now. Hasn't turned. I'm not sure if he was there last night in practice, but in this lobby here, he's only has about 7 laps of practice in here. So with Sean being in contention in the playoffs, let's hope this. Let's hope he's got plenty of track time on this track, because this is going to be a chore, according to Charles Wilson. It's nothing like it was in practice last night. Oh! Nasty there. Nasty slide job. And we got a newer guy here from Gleason, Tennessee. Cody Oliver. This cat right here, he's been fast since he's joined the Outcast League. And checker flag is out. That concludes practice. Now we're going to get down into qualifying. This ought to be interesting. Rosebud, Grandma, glad Dad, take your ear protection. Bristol is awesome, but it's loud. No doubt about it. Yeah, we went for the first time here back in September, middle of September. And it was unbelievable experience. We got on track Cody Oliver right now. Cody just now taking the green flag for the first time. These laps are going to be over really quickly here, about 15 seconds. Cody putting up the first time right now. 15.71. Johnson with a 16.1, but second lap is definitely going to be faster than the first. Johnson now with a 15.4. Cody's going to move down into second. Tim Freak currently third. Now fifth. Sean Wilson with a really good lap. Ronnie Welchel and David DeVale. Ronnie Welchel currently fourth on the board. Drew Kuhn coming to take the green for the first time tonight. A little bit off the bottom, off that yellow line. And about a truck width off the bottom there, coming to the first time. Drew Kuhn up to second. Aaron Sellers currently on the top spot here. Oh, Drew Kuhn spins it there on the second lap. Good lap, though, and Aaron Sellers sitting at the top. Terry Litweiler coming across the start-finish line for the second time. What's his lap going to be? He was sixth. Now he's to the top of the board, knocking Aaron Sellers down into second place. 15.25. That's a lightning fast lap there in qualifying. It's really close. Litweiler with a 15.246. And Sellers with a 15.256. 100th of a second. Charles Wilson now in seventh with a 15.59. Anthony Bennett coming to take his first lap from Riverview, Florida. Looks like a little wall touch there. Nothing to be concerned with. 12th fastest so far. Crossing the start-finish line, we're going to put him up to 7th place. And Brandon Brock just completing his second lap. And, of course, to the top of the board. Brandon Brock is a weapon here. And by weapon, I mean lightning fast. He loves this track. I believe we interviewed Brandon Brock last week, and he pretty much said if he doesn't win one of these this week, something's wrong. Oh, the 77 around. Come to the start-finish line. Zachary Martin out there. Coming to take the green for the first time in that 58 machine. Up to 11th place right now is Martin. Looking good on that second lap, too. 100th off his first lap. Very consistent there from Martin. And looks like we've got two drivers here that do not have time. Steve Giberson and Kel Peterson. Everyone else seems to have gotten their time in. Brandon Brock, glad dad in the booth. You got me.
Hey, yo.
Man, with the pole tonight. That's what I'm talking about.
Love it.
Yeah, you said last week when I interviewed you, you said you were going to try to at least win one of these things this week at Bristol. Is tonight your night? How does the truck feel to you out there on track in traffic?
We'll see. Yeah, the Bristol is just so unpredictable. It's just hard to know what's gonna happen. We'll see. It might have a lot of spinning. It's a little sketchy on new tires, and I found that on the top of 1 and 2, there's a spot there that if you hit wrong, you'll loop it around. But I hope people got their wrecking out of the way because I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to be a fun one.
Well, you know what? You got a really good pit stall there on that second, the second pit lane. Yeah, you definitely got preferred pit lane choice and preferred starting spot. So let's take it easy, and hopefully we'll see you here in victory lane later tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. We got those bonus points for the pole, so that's a start. Didn't have the best luck last week at Michigan. Got caught up in something, but we'll try to redeem ourselves here.
Absolutely. No, I have nothing but faith in you, sir. And good luck tonight.
Yep, we'll see it.
All right, take it easy. That's Brandon Brock, currently your pole sitter tonight, and he's up there in the points. As qualifying should be finishing up here very shortly. Let's see if we can't get one more guy in here before they get to the gridding up. Let's get this guy in here right here. Eric Johnson, glad to have the booth. You got me.
Yes, sir. I got a copy.
10-4. Man, we're leading the points tonight. Coming into this race, how are we feeling?
We could have qualified a little better. Kind of put ourselves a little bit in the stuff here as we start. But we're just going to try to stay alive and see if we're there at the end. Give her an old college try.
Yeah, how does the so I saw last night you were doing some practice here with some other Outcast guys, and Charles had mentioned that the track felt a little bit different than last night's practice. How did the truck feel to you?
Well, he didn't mention the first half of the practice when it was daylight last night. It was slick.
Oh.
Once the sun goes away here, because I think we're going to transition to the lights.
That's right.
she's gonna tighten up a bit, but yeah, she's definitely loose. If you get in a little hot, getting that little slow slide of death, that's really hard to save. And if you do save it, it takes a few laps to kind of get them back under you. So
that's right. How does the air affect you here? I saw you in traffic earlier. How does the truck feel? Does it get overly tight, or does it get like a snap loose feel to it on the exit?
yeah, I don't think you really feel so much being behind a truck, but if you do have someone right behind you, they do loosen you up a little bit more than you already are. So
right,
that's another thing to kind of keep your eye on. And if we green flag pit stop, it's a tough pit entrance here. It's hard to get slowed down, hit that commitment line. So keep your eye on that.
That's right. And how many laps you guys think you can go on a tank of fuel here?
I think we're somewhere between like 92 to 96 without any yellows. So there's a few cautions thrown in there, stretch that number a bit.
Oh, wow. That's quite a bit. All right, my friend, we'll get down there. We're about to take the green flag here, grid up, and good luck tonight.
Yes, sir. Have a good night, brother.
You too. That was Eric Johnson as well, the points leader. And looks like qualifying is over. At least that session is. Now we're going to get into the important part, the gridding. That's the part we like the most. Get some of these trucks in here. Get them all lined up and get them ready to go. Let's get down to brass tacks here and let's do the starting lineup for tonight. On the pole is going to be Brandon Brock. To his outside, Brian Zemer. Row number 2, Terry Litweiler with Ronnie Hurst. Row number 3, Aaron Sellers with Drew the Serial Killer Coon. Row number 4, Eric Johnson in Ronnie Welchel, 7th and 8th. Starting 9th, Anthony Bennett with Cody Oliver in 10th. Row number 6, Zachary Martin with Charles Wilson to his outside in 12th. Robert Tibbs rolling off 13th tonight with Jordan Massey on his outside in 14th. Row 8, Kel Peterson 15th with David DeVille. Joshua Yarbrough rolling off 17th with Sean Wilson in 18th. Row number 10, Matt Markland with Tim Freet. Rob Hamilton rolling off 21st with Steve Giberson in 22nd. And we're out on track now for the pace laps. Race analysis for tonight. 230 laps here at Bristol with the weather. Look at the track temp, 68 degrees. Wind northeast at 4. We're going to have the sun setting here. You can see it's really bright. Sun setting here, so probably be another 50 laps before the sun's behind the grandstands. And these drivers have the sun not in their eyes. That'll be exciting. Cars coming out of turn 4 right now. We're ready to take the green flag. Green's in the air. Brock and Zemer leading the way. Brock already taking the top spot here with Zemer. Single filed out now. Drew Kuhn to the top. Aaron Sellers on the bottom. To the bumper of the 71 is Sellers. Little 4 truck battle here as Brock now setting the pace out in front of Zemer. Terry Litweiler losing the spot to Drew Kuhn. Drew now up to 3rd, looking low under Ronnie Hurst. Oh, Drew a little loose there, had to let out of the throttle just a little bit. Charles Wilson in 11th, already gained 1 spot over the 58 of Zachary Martin. Eric Johnson started 7th here, running 7th. With Ronnie Welchel there on his tail. Cody Oliver now looking on the high side. Woo, with the momentum Cody has on the high side of Ronnie Welchel. He got back in the throttle really early. Looks like turns 1 and 2 is going to be his go-to maneuver tonight. Meanwhile, Brock still up front by 4/10 over Zemer. And then you got Drew Kuhn up into 3rd spot. Aaron Sellers now up in the 4th position. And looking off the back of Sellers, he's got a little bit of a gap now, about 1 second over Litweiler. But if you look back here off the back trunk lid of Ronnie Hurst, you'll see Eric Johnson battling with Welchel, and now he's battling with Hurst. Johnson looking low here. Caution's out. As looks like Brian Zemer has spun it. Brian Zemer looks like he spun it off of the corner. Go back and take a look here. See him following. Brandon Brock goes down for the low entry mid, and it just gets loose off of 4, and he barely touches that inside wall. No damage at all. Go ahead and spin it back around and get going. I definitely think he'll be fine there. Tires seem to have gotten really hot though. Luckily we got a caution to cool those puppies down. And I doubt we'll see anybody come into pit. Way too early for that, especially if we can go 90-something laps here. Crew Chief Franklin in the chat. Long race tonight. Y'all pace yourselves. Pace lap should go fairly quickly tonight. I'm just glad that caution was waived just for a single car spin. No one else caught up in that. That's definitely a good thing. What would be terrible here is if it was a multi-car wreck or multi-car accident this early in the race. Boy, you talk about frustration. All that time practicing. Pace car lights are out. We're going to go green this time by. Here we go. Brandon Brock with a good jump over Drew Kuhn. And now Drew's already under fire from the 88. Eric Johnson now sliding up into the 4th position now with Terry Litweiler on his bumper. Ronnie Hurst and the 57 battling. Looks like the 57 of Charles Wilson's going to get by him. Now he's under fire from the 97 of Anthony Bennett. Robert Tibbs now battling with the 22's teammate, the 77 of Josh Yarbrough. And check this guy out right here. Brian Zimmer now up into 12th spot. Trying to gain those positions back. You definitely don't want to be back here. Oh, 77 with a bump there on the outside wall. He's okay though. Seems like no damage. Brandon Brock not leaving the group at all. Drew Kuhn to his bumper. Aaron Sellers to his bumper. Drew Kuhn's now got to play offense and defense, as this will probably bring Eric Johnson up to the pack as well. Here's Eric there closing in. Brendan Brock, though, fastest on track as it stands right now. Consistently faster. Now Eric Johnson and Terry Litweiler faster than Brock. Meanwhile, the 13 moving up spots now as he's overtaking the 57. Charles Wilson now battling back underneath, trying to keep that position. Charles will take it back. Josh Yarbrough still battling back here. Now he's battling the 1. Jordan Massey, though, putting a ton of pressure on the back of the 1 of Rob Hamilton. David DeVell in the 73 getting passed by the field here as he's battling with Tim Freet. Brandon Brock now with a half a second gap over Drew Kuhn. As Brandon Brock now in the traffic. As he's going underneath Shaw Wilson. And so is Drew Kuhn. He makes the pass nice and clean. Get on board here with Aaron Sellers. My pick to win tonight, currently in the 3rd spot. Eating that yellow line up all the way down with those left side tires. Definitely committed to that bottom. Looks like the 13 of Cody Oliver now losing some spots as Brian Zimmer's closed up to him, looking low on the 13. That's such a terrible way to pass, is that bottom, especially when someone's, I wouldn't necessarily say pinching you, but when you're trying to make that pass and throttle up off the exit, you just can't open your exit up and it just makes you really loose. Plus the momentum is lost at that point. There we go. Zimmer's now by Cody. Brandon Brock with still some very fast lap times, but Terry Litweiler out there currently fastest now. Take a look at your fastest 5 lap averages for the 5 drivers. Terry Litweiler consistently faster than the other guys. Eric Johnson's second fastest. And let's take a look at the biggest gainers tonight. Steve Giberson, what did I tell you in the pre-race show? Steve Giberson, really fast each and every week, and he's already gained 10 spots. And 38 laps, how about that? Now make it 11 spots. Great job to him. Let's go back here and take a look at what he's got going on. As he passes Oliver there, puts him in 11th spot. Now he's got his eyes set on the 62 of Ronnie Welchel. Looking low underneath Welchel here. Definitely looking good out there. He's gaining that ground on Anthony Bennett right now. He's 15.9 over 16.1 of Anthony Bennett. So yeah, definitely closing the gap. Oh, Robert Tibbs in the wall on the high side, coming out of 4. As Brian Ziemer's trying to make that pass to get him back up into 7th place. And we've got a caution out. Looks like Jordan Massey. This looks like a single car spin here. Take a look at it here just a second. Chopper view of Jordan Massey coming out of turn 4, going into 1, and looks like it just loops, getting under throttle here. Same thing happened to Brian Ziemer, and he doesn't hit anything. How about that? Great save there from the 68 of Massey. And now we've got pit stops happening here. Coming down that long pit road. This is just the first pit road. Actually, this is the second. I'm sorry. Second pit road. You enter in turn 2. You exit in turn 1. You got to go all the way around. Check this out, Brian Ziemer back up front. Got 30 people in this Twitch stream tonight watching these Outcast boys turn these circles, all left-hand turns. Unless you're saving it, then you're turning right occasionally. But appreciate you guys coming out, supporting this amazing community we've got going on here. I'm definitely honored to be a part of the Outcast League. Coming out of 4 now is the pace car. Probably going to turn the lights off here. We'll see. Yes, they do. We're going to go double file once again. It's going to be Ziemer and Tibbs, your front row now, with Marklin and Oliver, second row. With, looks like it's going to be Kuhn and Sellers third row. Nothing like some good night racing here at Bristol. Pace car's gonna be heading off this time by. Here we go, green flag in the air. Zimmer, really good jump here. Brandon Brock not wasting any time as he's putting the move on the 21 here. And now looking low on the 51. Three wide here coming out of turn 2. And now they go back to 2 wide. Eric Johnson said, oh, no, we're backing out of this one. Brian Zimmer putting down some good laps here. Oliver about to be in trouble. Got the 88 breathing down his neck now with Robert Tibbs. Under attack from the 3 of Brandon Brock in that Dale Gordon paint scheme. Brandon Brock makes the pass on Tibbs as now Drew Coons trying to do something here with Tibbs. I think he's going to make the pass happen. And it looks like he's going to clear him coming out of turn 4. Yes, Drew Coon now. Oh, Drew Coon sideways. Going up the track in the wall, hard in the wall, Drew Coon. Get it gathered up here. Nice save though, keeping it out of trouble, keeping it up high, away from the other drivers. Great wheelmanship out of Drew Coon there. But he's gonna fall back to 12th and may settle out here. We'll see. As now it's a Ronnie and Ronnie show. Ronnie Hurst trying to do something with Ronnie Welchel. Brandon Brock now up to 3rd. Aaron Sellers on the back bumper of the 55. Got to watch out for that Sellers boy. He's got that late race pace. Looking underneath of Brian Zimmer now. Round goes Aaron Sellers. Sellers to the lead here in Bristol. Zimmer's going to fall back to 2nd, and Brandon Brock now trying to close up the gap between these two. Terry Litweiler just getting by Oliver, and so is Wilson. Now, look like Joshua Yarborough's trying to do the same thing. Oliver falling back now. Anthony Bennett attacking him. Now Bennett clears. Cody Oliver down to 11th now. Eric Johnson settled in. Great reasonable pace from Eric Johnson. He's not pushing too hard, but he is running consistent lap times with the leaders. As we've got another yellow. Not sure who that was. Oh no! The 88 of Aaron Sellers up against the inside wall here on the backstretch. Let's take a look here and see what happened to Sellers. That 2nd place just crazy. First place. Aaron Sellers in the lead. Throttles up. Goes across the start finish line, getting into turn 1. Oh, Tim Freet was down there at the bottom. Oh man, just locked the brakes up trying to let the pace car by. Now here we go, Tim Freet on the chopper cam. Same thing we've seen all night, coming off the corner. Just gets, the weight transfer is just too much for these trucks under power. And looks like Brandon Brock's going to take the lead. Aaron Sellers going down pit road to get that damage fixed on that right front. You can't help but to be amused. Hitting the brakes there to let the pace car by, and then the back end comes around. Getting that damage fixed now. As Brandon Brock now takes back over the lead with Eric Johnson in second. Pace car lights are out. We're going to go green next time by. Crew Chief Franklin, you hit the nail on the head. Yeah, third caution tonight. And you know what? It's only been single car spins. And I mean, it's not like they can avoid it if they could avoid it by slowing down, but it just seems like it's a last second weight transfer with these trucks on that right rear. Just sends them around. And it just seems like it's unsavable. Caution lights back on the pace car. Now the pace car lights are back off. Here we go. Cars off. Coming to the restart zone. Green flag in the air. Once again. Brandon Brock with a good jump here as Eric Johnson also gets a really good jump. Anthony Bennett on the high side now above the 57. Looks like Charles Wilson's going to clear Bennett, and now the 62 of Ronnie Welchel looking low. Bennett just did not get the start he wanted. It's going to take him a couple laps to regain these spots again. As Ronnie Hurst now looking low. Zemer now back to 10th after a pit stop here to grab some fuel. And now we got a Brock and Johnson show up here as Johnson's just about closed down to the back bumper of Brandon Brock. On board here with Eric Johnson. Staying consistent with Brandon's times. Both these guys running identical laps along with Tibbs and Litweiler. There's a gap there of about 1.3 seconds between these two, and they are running identical times lap after lap. But check this cat out right here in 5th place now. The highest he's been all night. Charles Wilson up to 5th. Now this makes me excited. Let's see what Charles Wilson can do here, as he's a little bit faster than Terry Litweiler. Closest battles on the track right now, let's take a look at it, is 6th and 7th place. A little further back, that's Bennett and Hurst. Bennett looking low under Ronnie Hurst. Will he clear him? Not going to clear him right here. Now he's clear. Ronnie Hurst let Bennett by. Now here comes Steve Giberson up 14 spots. Giberson started in 22nd position, up to 8th now. Great run here by Giberson. Josh Yarbrough is falling back just a little bit now in 13th place. Aaron Sellers now being scored 4 laps down, unfortunately. Getting that damage fixed. Oh, Eric Johnson to the back bumper of Brandon Brock. Got him loose there on the exit. And now Johnson's going to try to capitalize on that looseness for Brandon Brock and get by him. Brandon Brock letting the 18 go. Now under attack from the 19 of Robert Tibbs. Three truck breakaway now. Just about 3 seconds now. Separates the top 3 from 4th place of Terry Litweiler. Top 3 nose to tail. Litweiler leading Charles Wilson and Anthony Bennett here. Looks like Steve Giberson's now just about closed up the gap here on Ronnie Hurst. And Giberson should be able to make the pass here. He's a little bit faster than Hurst the last 3 laps. We've got Oliver and Hamilton here battling. This is for 10th place, or 11th place here. Oliver keeps that spot in 11th as Yarbrough and Massey. Well, Massey's trying to catch up to Yarbrough. Eric Johnson now putting a little gap between him and 2nd place of Brandon Brock. Aaron Sellers trying to work back to get his laps back. He's going to have to do it the hard way tonight. You can see Aaron Sellers there now worked his way up to 5th in position. Well, not position, but 5th place, Charles Wilson. Trying to at least grab one of his laps. And did something happen to Drew Kuhn here? Not sure, but he's down on pit road. I'm not sure if this is a scheduled pit stop or not. Aaron Sellers now just past Terry Litweiler. That's 4th place. Aaron Sellers trying to make a statement here. He's got no time to waste. He has got to get these laps back. as he's trying to close up on Robert Tibbs now. Looking on board here with Robert Tibbs. This is 4 lap down truck. Aaron Sellers trying to do something. Aaron Sellers does have fresh tires. That's why he's making it so easy passing these guys. Now he's got 2 seconds between him and Eric Johnson. It's definitely going to give him 3 laps down here. Brandon Brock now under attack from Aaron Sellers. There's nothing they can do but let him by. They have no choice. He has got the fresh tires. As you can see, Sellers now closing up to the back of the leader, Eric Johnson. Johnson going to go low, let Sellers take the high lane. Great move by Johnson. Johnson doesn't want to give the bottom up because he's battling Brandon Brock here. Oh, we got a blinker there. Looks like the 73 of David Duval. And something going on with Ronnie Welchel. Robert Tibbs down pit road. Nice large gap here between Johnson and Brock. Just about 2 seconds now. As Charles Wilson still leading these guys back here. Pretty much nose to tail, him and Bennett. With Matt Margolin having a really good run tonight in 6th place. Giberson now has ended up past Hurst into 7th place, and now looking down the barrel here to passing that 51. '73 kind of held these guys up just a little bit, allowed everybody to kind of get closed back up in this little gap here, or in this this group. Definitely allowed Giberson to close up on the 51 and the 97. Matt Marklin now up to the back bumper of the 97 and looking low, trying to make the pass happen on Bennett. And that's going to open the door for Giberson up as well. That's going to put Giberson, if he can make the pass up on Anthony Bennett, which, yes, he does, that's going to put Giberson up to 6th place. Him and Matt Marklin, the biggest movers of the race, no doubt about it. Giberson up 16 spots, Marklin up 14. As the 51 of Matt Marklin now looking to do something here with 4th place. Charles Wilson. Wilson's now moved up to the higher line. Marklin still committed to the bottom. And of course, with Giberson being to his back bumper here of the 51, going to open the door for him as well. Gets by Charles Wilson. Now it's Giberson's turn. Marklin and Giberson with the fresher tires. That's why they're able to close up on these guys and running up front that just took fuel only. Giberson and Marklin have moved up through the field together. As Matt Marklin now around Litweiler. Eric Johnson now with a 4-second gap over the Brockster, the number 3, Brandon Brock. But it's not going to be too much longer now. Under a second gap between Markland and Brock. Brandon Brock now's got company with the 51. Nothing he can do. He's just a sitting duck with these fresh tires. Giberson coming up here as well to give Brock a taste of his medicine, saying, hey, I want to run up front too. Markland and Giberson closing up the gap now on Eric Johnson. Not nearly as much though. Johnson still has some really good late race pace here. Fastest 5-lap averages here. Let's take a look at them. We got some drivers out there that's already taken some tires. That's why they're the fastest. But you can see Eric Johnson not on that list. Matt Markle and Steve Giberson are. They're closing that gap now. 3.7 seconds separates Johnson from Markland. But the roles will reverse, I can assure you. Once Johnson pits this time, or the next time he pits, he's going to take some tires. And he's going to run those guys right back down. Johnson now got 2 trucks here side by side, rolling roadblocks for him. 47 to 68. Oh, 47 in the wall. Going to slow him up. That's going to give the opportunity to Johnson to get that pass done. Now he's looking at the 68. Johnson throttles up early, gets to the inside, the left rear quarter panel now. 68, and he's going to clear him. The 62 is going to go with him. 62 looks like he's got some fresh tires here. Let's take a look. Yes, the 62 of Ronnie Welcher does have fresh tires. But looks like he's 7 laps down. Yeah, 7 laps down is Ronnie Welcher. What in the world happened there? Running so good. Matt Markland now 1.8 seconds separates him from Eric Johnson. The tires should equalize here very soon, and I'm talking within 10 laps. Oh, Steve Giberson way loose right here with the 21 to his rear bumper. Giberson said, hey, go on ahead. No sense of battling like that. Drew Kuhn now looking underneath the 51 of Markland. Fresh tires, stand no chance. Zemer now battling with Oliver, side by side. Looks like 19's 2 laps down. Yes, the 19's 2 laps down, so that is not for position there. But the 57, however, of Charles Wilson and Oliver battling here. Charles Wilson all the way to the top of the track. It's going to put Zemer by him. Zemer making up some ground here. Not sure Zimmer has taken any tires all race long. I think it's been strictly fuel only, so he's definitely got the speed here at Bristol tonight. As Oliver and Hirsch are battling, that's going to close that gap up with Zimmer now. Now as he closes up on the back bumper of the 13. Exiting high for some momentum. That's going to really close that gap up. '22 going to make that pass happen on the 13. And up front, looks like we do have some equalization now between the new tires of Markland and Johnson. I knew it would be just a handful of laps before those two sets equalized to about the same lap times here. And the Glad Dad was right. Bennett down pit road now for scheduled pit stop. We're going to see who comes with him. And I'm pretty sure if they pit now, they should be able to make it all the way to the end. We'll see. I think Eric Johnson and some of the leaders are going to try to stay as long as they can out on track and then take that pit stop with the tires. Especially if we have no traffic to worry about, as he's going to try to let the 62 by. Get on by their 62. Now Johnson, no traffic here. He should stay out and try to maximize this track position. As Matt Markland's now closing in with Giberson in tow. Charles Wilson down pit road. Terry Litweiler also making that last stop of the night. And Eric Johnson calling it down pit road. It's going to put Markland up in the top spot for now. Sean Wilson down as well. Ronnie Hurst down pit road with Oliver. Matt Markle still leading the way with Giberson. Brandon Brock down pit road now. I knew it was a matter of time before Brock stopped for his last stop of the night. But Markland and Giberson, they can go a little bit longer, about another 20 laps. So it's going to be Markland, Giberson, Zimmer, and Yarbrough. Those guys can go probably another 20 laps or more before they have to stop. Robert Tibbs with some fresh shoes on that ride. As he's going to go by Giberson. Tibbs going to get by the leader here, 51. That should put Tibbs one lap down now. He was 2. Yeah, that's going to put him 1 lap down now. As Giberson's just about closed that gap up between him and the 51. Oh, and we've got a yellow on track. Brandon Brock looks like. Let's take a look. Maybe, I'm not quite sure. Nah, I don't think it was Brandon Brock. Let's take a look here, just what happened. don't think it was Brandon Brock. No, definitely was not. Not sure what the yellow flag was for. What about this? Let's take a look here. Not exactly sure, folks. But man, oh man, check this out. Giberson Markland really worked out for them guys. Having this late race caution, they're going to be able to make it. JKKSR, this changes everything. Yes, it does. But you know what? It helps out the 51 and the 60 now. And actually it helps out the 55 and the 77 as well, because they were all in the same strategy as they pit now on lap 151. So let's see, it says 66 in the wall. Let's see if we can, I'm not sure I can pull that up. We can try though. Let's see. Down to the apron is the 66 and gets loose. Splitting the apron, that'll do it every time. And yeah, on the back stretch, that'll get you. As let's see here, it looks like who's going to get their laps back, who is not, and it says looks like Johnson's 1 lap down now, Litweiler 2, Bennett 2, Brock 2. Whoo, that's not going to be good for these guys. Yeah, you can see Eric Johnson back there in 7th place. Yeah, definitely 1 lap down for sure. So as of now, it's a 6-truck race. Unless the caution comes out. I do have to say though, really happy, or not really happy, but impressed on these guys' strategies here. You know, Markland, Giberson, Yarbrough, Tibbs, Martin, Zemer, to pit early under that last caution to give them that extra buffer just in case something happened. They really played that game very well. Pace car should be heading off. There we go, and to the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. 51 with a really good jump. Giberson not too bad, but the 55 I think is going to have him. And the yellow comes out once again. Not sure what happened there either. But now that's going to put, if Johnson stayed with no damage, no 1X or anything like that, it's going to put Johnson back on the lead lap. Take a look here, see if we can see anything. Bunch of single file stuff happened here. Not really sure. I don't see anyone spin. Just one of them fluke yellows, I guess. Like Eric Johnson having let some trucks by here. And doesn't look like he's going to be able to get his lap back for some reason. Here we go. Now we're back. Double foul. Everybody getting in their places. As the pace car lights will go out this time. It's going to be Marklin and Giberson bringing them back to the green flag with Zimmer and Yarbrough second row and Martin and Tibbs third row. Litweiler now back on the one lap down. Was two, now he's one. So now it's a lucky dog battle between Johnson and Litweiler. Going to the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Giberson with a good jump. And Yarbrough, oh, he goes up and blocks Yarbrough. Giberson does. That's going to open the door for the 55. 55 to the bottom. Now he closes the door up on the 60. Now it's a battle between the 51 and the 55 here. Brian Zimmer looking low. Oh! He didn't know what the 51 was going to do. He stuck his nose in there late. Now Brian Zimmer to the lead. Because of that block from the 60 now, on that restart, the 77 was the biggest loser there. As he's lost some spots. Zimmer out front and in charge. Still a great run tonight from Matt Marklin. As you can see, Aaron Sellers now trying to get another lap back. Sellers 3, looking to make it 2 now. Oh, the 51 up in the wall. As the 3 is going to go on by. Brandon Brock, though, he's 2 laps down as well. trying to make it one, and then he can battle for the lucky dog. But Brian Zemer's got Aaron Sellers to contend with here. Is Sellers, he's not going to take no for an answer. He's going to try to make this pass up on Zemer to put him into 1 lap, or 2 laps down, rather. Yeah, OGS Killer Bees, doesn't look like there was no lucky dog. And if there was, I believe it may have gave it to Litweiler, as he's now 1 lap down instead of 2. Aaron Sellers closing in as Brian Zemer's touching the wall here. Just a love tap. Terry Litweiler battling some lap traffic, as he is a couple laps down, but still battling them nonetheless. He's actually battling Eric Johnson for lucky dog, but Eric Johnson is a second ahead of him. Brian Zemer now just let the 88 pass. Now Sellers down 2 laps now. Sellers playing catch up since that spin. That solo spin under caution. Josh Yarbrough now finding the pace up to 3rd. Made it back by Tibbs. Giberson now falling to 5th place. Josh Yarbrough trying to run down that 51 of Markland. And caution waves once again. As looks like maybe the 68. Take a look at it here. What happened? Maybe the 68 of Jordan Massey. I saw he was slow on track. Yeah. Another spin coming off of 4. That weight transfer there in these trucks after this update here is just killer on these things. All right, so who's going to grab that lucky dog? Looks like it's going to be Eric Johnson. So Eric Johnson now back on the lead lap. Johnson goes on around and will join. This will be for, looks like 7th place now on the lead lap. And let's take a look here. Looks like Brandon Brock did not make it past Zemer to grab another lap. So Brock still trapped 2 down. You can see Brandon Brock just barely missed it. He's behind Zemer now, but doesn't count. You gotta pass him. Now Brandon Brock having to slow down to let the field back by. He's got to do it all over again. I'm really impressed with Aaron Sellers. He's been able to close back up on the leaders and get some of his laps back now. He's only 2 laps down. So it looks like Litweiler now he has the chance for the lucky dog, and then it's going to fall down to Brock. But Sellers now, he's caught back up. So now he's going to try to battle Brock here to get another lucky dog. Pace car lights are off. We will be going green this time by. It's going to be Zimmer Markland front row with Yarbrough and Giberson second row. Green flag back in the air. Coming out of turn 2 here. Zimmer in the lead with Josh Yarbrough. Josh needs this. Up to second place. Yarbrough and Zimmer with some fresh tires here. Last pitted on lap 51, so 34 laps ago. These things are still plenty fresh. Will Yarbrough be able to grab this lead from Zimmer, or Zimmer just have enough pace to keep in front of Yarbrough? We're going to see here. Identical lap times last time by between Zimmer and Yarbrough. Meanwhile, back here in 7th place, Eric Johnson. Trying to make up some ground. He's got to get up to Zachary Martin, who is in that 58 machine. 3 seconds ahead of Johnson. So Johnson's got to close up 3 seconds on Markland. He's got to get by all these guys here. Wilson, Welchel, Kuhn. Robert Tibbs on the outside of Hurst. Hurst in 9th place, 2 laps down. So that is not for position. Fastest on track right now, Joshua Yarbrough, by about a 1/10.5 over Zimmer. Giberson Markland here battling. This is for 3rd place, and now Tibbs, he's looking to do something with these guys. Giberson's going to make the pass on the 51. Giberson up to 3rd place. Josh Yarbrough took the lead, and looks like Brian Zimmer's around. The leader. Brian Zimmer spun her around off the corner again. Let's take a look here at what happened. From the chopper cam, Brian Zimmer in the lead. Going into turn 1, coming out of 2, and guess what happened? Whoop. Brian Zimmer hits the wall again. Second time tonight that's happened for him. From the lead. Unfortunate. Yeah, that weight transfer there on that rear of that truck. Gabe in the chat, new here, welcome in. What's the point situation? Let's take a look at it right here. So we are in race number 2 of the championship playoffs here. So only 5's going to make it through after the next 2 races. Eric Johnson's in the lead right now over Josh Yarbrough, only 5 points ahead. Brandon Brock's in 3rd with Ronnie Hurst in 4th and Drew Kuhn in 5th. So the guys back there, 6th through 12th, they have some work to do. Hope that helps you, Gabe. Steve Guyberson stayed out. Joshua Yarbrough down pit road to grab some tires, and Anthony Bennett making sure his wheel works apparently. But Guyberson to the front. How about that? And that should put Mr. Litweiler back on the lead lap. So now there are 8 trucks on the lead lap. And Sellers 2 laps down still with Hurst and Welchel 5. Oliver 2, Wilson 2, Bennett 3. But it's going to be Markland, or Guyberson and Markland, your front row, with Tibbs and Martin, second row, and Johnson and Zemer, your third row. Yeah, Jacob Answorth, definitely right. Looks like he got a little bit bored there. You know, Anthony's been turning a bunch of laps, Jacob, in the Corvette, getting ready for the 24 hours. I am on Anthony Bennett's team, so we will be running that 24-hour Daytona. But yeah, he used to turn the right and left. So when he's making along the lefts, he gets bored really easily. Here we go, folks. Gonna have about 31, 32 laps to go here once these guys take the green. Here we go, green flag back in the air. Come on, Guyberson, bring it home in victory lane. Tibbs pushing hard though. 51, not the start he wanted, as Tibbs looking low. Robert Tibbs gonna clear Guyberson coming out of turn 4. Guyberson's gonna fall back now to Markland. Eric Johnson now finally back up there as Zemer's got him by. Sellers now trying to work through the traffic to get down to 1 lap. Josh Yarbrough trying to make the pass happen on the 51 to get up into second place. Eric Johnson now looking low underneath the 60. That's going to put Johnson up into 4th place if he can make it happen. And he does. He clears Guyberson now. Johnson up to 4th place. He's got Sellers 2 laps down in front of him, and then he's got Matt Markland in the 51. Tibbs is on a mission, but you know who else is on a mission? That 77 of Josh Yarbrough, as he ran about a 10th faster than Tibbs that last time by. He closed in about a 10.5 to 2 tenths on Tibbs that time. Now there's 2 truck lengths difference between the top 2. Josh Yarbrough with the fresher tires, no doubt about it. Yarbrough, he can put that truck wherever he wants to now. He's battling older tires. Oh, is he looking low underneath the 19? Side by side going down into turn 3. Or turn 2, I'm sorry. Little bump there between the 2. And the 77 clears the 19. And that's going to put Yarbrough to the top spot. Be easy there. Little loose coming from the 77. We've seen it all night long. These guys losing it off that weight transfer from that 28 degrees to like 19 degrees there. Meanwhile, Eric Johnson able to clear the 51. It's going to put him up into third place. Eric Johnson did pit on lap 194, so he is on the same pit strategy and tire strategy as Yarbrough. So, is it going to be 2 weeks in a row that Yarbrough and Johnson battle it out here for the race win? Steve Giberson, Matt Marklin still having one heck of a night though, 4th and 5th. Brian Zimmer battling with Litweiler. Litweiler going to grab the position. I just think Brian Zimmer overheated his tires there from that spin. And now he's kind of behind the 8 ball with guys that had similar laps on their tires. Johnson still working his way up. He's a 10th faster than Robert Tibbs right now. And Tibbs is at the leader's bumper. And we've got another wreck here, or another spin, I guess. Terry Litweiler smoking out the rear. Not sure what happened, but he's got some significant damage there on that left front. Let's take a look at what happened to Terry. He was running in the 6th position. And yeah, we see it again. Boom, that was a nasty hit there. Once again, that banking transition bites as Terry pulls into his pit box. And the round goes Aaron Sellers. Now Aaron Sellers now going to be 1 lap down as he is the lucky dog. Sellers has battled ever since he spun out under that caution. But you know what? It's evened out now. Yarbrough, Johnson, same laps on their tires. But then you've got Brian Zimmer back here who pitted on lap 217. So last lap, and he grabbed some tires. So he's going to be fast as well. Newest tires on the track. Aaron Sellers trying to set himself up for the lucky dog once again as he's now just 1 lap down. All right, pace car light should be off next time by. Oh, look at this. Johnson now to the back bumper of the 77. It's Michigan all over again. But this time Johnson's the trailing car So now he gets to dictate the situation. Johnson and Yarborough have the same idea here. They're going to get nose to tail. And Johnson's going to try to have as good a start as he can. Not terrible, though, as he's still underneath Tibbs. Oh, Tibbs just missed his marker all the way in the wall on that high side. Now Zimmer with the fresh tires, but does he have enough time with 9 laps coming to 8 laps to go here? Yarborough and Johnson 1 and 2. Markland and Tibbs battling hard here with Giberson now looking low. Brian Zimmer now trying to do something with these guys. He's got the fresh tires, but I don't think he's going to have enough time. He's just too far back. Zimmer has nowhere to go. It's 3 wide in front of him. Meanwhile, up front, there's a gap of about 3 car lengths separating Yarborough from Johnson. And we've got a caution out once again. Not sure what that was for either. Let's take a look. It's not registering that anyone's wrecking. It's just registering that the caution's coming out. So I'm trying to find these spins here. Take a look. Oh, looks like we got Massey and Drew Kuhn tangled up there. Let's get up above and see. Drew Kuhn now battling with Jordan Massey here. Oh, Jordan gets loose coming off the corner like we've seen, but this time someone was underneath them when they lost it. Drew Kuhn tangled up in it. Caution comes out, and now it's reset once again. Now looky, who's on the lead lap once again? Finally, after 3/4 of the race, Aaron Sellers now back on the lead lap, but I don't think he's got any tires left. And I'm pretty sure he won't be able to make up any positions because now that he's the lucky dog, he's got to start behind everyone. But once we go green again, it's going to be Yarborough and Johnson, your front row, followed by Tibbs and Markland, second row. Lights are back on the pace car. We're going to go around one more time, as it's going to be a green-white checker. I can't tell you the last time we've had a green-white checkered here in Outcast. This is the most cautions I've seen in 3 seasons. 2 seasons, rather. And it's mainly been due to people losing it off of turn 2 and turn 4. Gonna get on board here with Eric Johnson. You see him on the screen right there, trying to do something with Josh Yarbrough. Johnson in the zone right now. You're gonna see what Johnson can do as they're taking the green flag right now. Yarbrough with a better jump over Johnson. Coming to the white flag. White flag in the air. Will Josh Yarbrough be able to win it? 2 weeks in a row. Checkered flag in the air, and it's going to be Josh Yarbrough with a 2 week in a row sweep. How about that? Great run by Josh Yarbrough. Getting a bump there from Aaron Sellers. So he's won on a 2 mile track, and now he's won on a half-mile track. So how about that? This man right here, we're going to start calling him the jack of all trades. And while Joshua Yarbrough celebrates, let's see if we can't get some guys in here, starting with Brian Zemer. Hey, let's pull Brian Zemer in here. Brian Zemer, glad to have the booth. You got me.
Yes, sir.
Man, 2 spins off the corner, and then you rally back up to a 3rd place finish. Come on now. That's what I'm talking about.
That was stressful as hell, man.
I bet it was. Yeah, it just seemed like that truck just every time just over rotated. It just did not like that transition for some reason.
I couldn't even really tell you what I did wrong, but it was a slow, sad loop, and luckily I just kissed the inside wall. I didn't do anything to it. It just hurt my pride, so.
Yeah, I can understand that because one of them was from the lead, unfortunately. But man, you had some raw speed, and you had some, really short run and long run pace tonight. Just
yeah, it really feels. I mean,
unfortunate.
yeah, you spin twice, you're lucky to finish 3rd, right? But you really feel like when you're leading with 40, 50 to go, you're like, all right, I might get this. And then to spin, a slow, sad spin is just kind of heartbreaking. But, I haven't finished in the top 3 in a while, and it's Bristol, and I've been running the Daytona road course all week. And Bristol was definitely a hard transition back to oval racing.
Oh, I
She
bet
was
it
loose.
is. Yeah, I bet it is.
She's just loose as hell.
Man, that's crazy. But yeah, to rally back up to third, but in all honesty, you had some fresher tires, which allowed you to get back up there, thankfully. And yeah,
Yeah,
we'll take this third.
I got lucky with the cautions. Finally, normally cautions don't help me. This time it did, so it put a bunch of fast trucks, laps down, and that helped out. And I didn't pit for tires for a long time because I wasn't really falling off that much. And yeah, it worked out. And there at the end, I got kind of stuck, as like someone in the fast lane going under the speed limit is what it felt like. So I got stuck there. But yeah, third, cool. I will take it for sure.
Absolutely. All right, my guy. If you got any shout outs you want to give, let's get those and we'll get you on your way.
Yeah, man, and as always, it's pretty cool. We have sponsors, Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, Jackie Jones, Pinnacle Wraps, Zero X, Serta Simmons. It's really cool that we get to do this, and I'm just really happy to be in a league that is, it's hard racing, but it's fair and it's a lot of fun once once the stress is over. So I'm really, really happy to be a part of it. And I don't know where we're at next week, but hopefully we can keep this going.
It's going to be Homestead next week.
I'll take it.
Yeah, that's a good track.
Yeah, I
I've
like
never
it.
been good at it, but we'll take it.
Yeah, it's a struggle. I always try to do the Kyle Larson thing and ride the wall, and with varying results. So we'll see how it goes. I'll put in some laps and see how it goes.
All right, buddy. We'll take it easy, and yeah, we'll see you maybe Thursday.
Yeah, we're gonna give it a shot.
TM4. Take it easy, man.
All right, thank you.
And let's talk to the points leader, or was points leader. We don't even know yet. And yeah, a bridesmaid, Eric Johnson.
What's up, buddy?
Man, you fell short there at the end. But you know what? We'll take a second place. Seconds is pretty good here.
Yeah, we had some bad luck when we pitted under green. Of course, a caution comes out before it cycles back through. And here, it's a mess. And we are multiple laps down. And we were about to get the lucky dog. And then we bumped Charles on the start. And then the caution came out. And I didn't get the first lucky dog that I should have. So I had to wait another 2 caution cycles to actually get back up there. And yeah, we just put ourselves in a bad spot back there. And by the time we got up there to Josh, I mean, we were faster. We just didn't have enough time firing off on them green, white checkers. Like, it's hard to overcome the 3-4 tenths that he gets for the having the advantage of starting the race. But
That's right.
we're not going to complain about second place. We kept the truck clean. It was a tough race, a lot of battles, and yeah, we're happy with that one for sure.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. It's going to be close on the points, but I mean, you came in here 5 points ahead of Brandon Brock, so Brandon retired. So I think it's going to be pretty safe. Safe to say that you're going to carry it on to Homestead.
Yeah, I'm going to lose a little ground, but Josh is going to be carrying some win point bonuses going into the final championship now. So good on him. He ran a good race, and we'll just keep grinding.
That's right. Well, talk about consistency. I mean, you and him 2 weeks in a row, 1 and 2, one at a 2 mile track and 1.5 miles. So I mean, that just shows your skill level right there.
Yeah, this track was about patience. I had a lot fresher tires than some of them guys at the end, but I kind of got stuck on the high line, and Josh had the low line, and that's where he kind of made the pass for the win. It was really with about 50 laps to go, and just from there, I was just always kind of chasing him, and I was starting to gain some real good ground before that first late caution came out.
Yeah.
Like I started to finally open her up and start pushing, and I was closing up there. Obviously, he was saving some, but I think that was probably would have been my best chance if we could have went green from there and just seeing who could have done it on the hot tires. But it's about all we had for him.
That's right. All right, man. Well, if you got any sponsor shout outs, let's get those, and we'll send you on your way.
Yeah, as always, man, the guys that show up every week, all these guys, this was a big field for Bristol, 230 laps, tough race. I mean, tempers easily flare here. It's hard to have patience, and we appreciate all the guys coming out and, treating them with respect and stuff. I know stuff happened, but that's Bristol, baby. I think, what did Hamlin say?
That's just short track racing. That's it.
But yeah, so thank you to the Outcast guys, and of course you up there in the booth, Adam. And all of our sponsors, Georgia Mountain, Auto America, Serta Simmons, Jackie Jones, J&M Group, Roberts Balls Crew. We got Lula Rowe, Pinnacle Wraps with Drew Kuhn over there, and then, of course, Adam Glatdad up there in the booth calling all the shots with Outcast Motorsports Network, and we appreciate you. And yeah, thank you. And all the people in the chat. And we still got 33 people in here. So thank you, all you guys. You guys that you should say one nice thing to Adam that you like about his broadcast in the chat right now. Give him some love because he puts in a lot of time, and show him some love. Type something for him. Yeah, that's all
right.
I got.
All right, buddy, take it easy, and yeah, we'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. Love you, buddy. Catch you later.
All right, without further ado, let's get in the winner once again, 2 weeks in a row. Joshua Yarbrough, you got me.
Yep, I got you, Adam.
Man, talking to you 2 weeks in a row, that's pretty cool. We're gonna start calling you the jack of all trades because you won last week at a 2 mile. You come here, winning a half mile. I mean, what's your secret? Just talent, raw speed? What? Tell me.
Today was just dumb luck, to be perfectly honest. What was it? I think maybe lap 40. I got into it with someone, got some wheel damage. Truck drove just fine, but it's sitting there nagging you in the back of your mind. We get those first 2 cautions, go and get that fixed. And man, I think that third time, either second or third time I came to get it fixed, that let me top off to really extend that last run before that one caution that came out that I was staying on the lead lap. And honestly, it's just dumb luck tonight that got me up there.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some cautions after cautions, and I've seen you loose a couple of times coming out of the corner, and I'm thinking, oh man, he's gonna lose it, but you just wheelman that thing where other people have been losing it. I mean, you were just loose, but you got it straightened back up and didn't really lose any momentum. So that just shows the amount of talent you do have, especially on a track like this, this tough.
Yeah, no, it was real good. What was it? I don't think I pushed that hard for most of the runs, except that last bit when I took my last set of tires and all that. I gave them everything I could, but up until that time, I was just trying to do it smooth. So when I got loose, it was when I was trying to speed up things and had to be like, whoa, slow down. You'll make it.
That's right. You gotta counteract that race brain.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, let's see. What I was going to ask you something else. Oh yeah. So I think you come in here third in points. This is really going to close you in here on Eric Johnson coming into the Homestead.
Oh yeah. I thought I came in second into points. I think I was just behind him by 6 or so.
Yeah, you're right. 5 points. That's right.
Oh, okay.
Yep, 5 points. Brandon Brock was third. You're second by 5 points back. So yeah, that's definitely going to close in. So we'll have to see going into Homestead how it plays out, but I think Homestead's going to be another one of your good tracks.
Yeah, no, Homestead is one I usually look forward to on the schedule, at least with the next gens. Although recently it's been a little tricky, but I love ripping that high side right up against the wall. It's where I'm most comfortable. So hopefully you'll see me up there next week.
Well, that high side, if you can master it, and I've seen you, I've been in plenty of races that I've seen you run that high side at some other tracks where you were just golden. But if you can nail the high side at Homestead, I think you're going to have something for these boys.
Oh, I hope so. Got to try and get every ounce I can.
That's right. All right, man. Well, if you got any shout outs or sponsor shout outs you want to give, we'll get those and we'll close this thing down.
Alrighty. First shout out I want to give is to you guys in the booth, Adam, for putting on such a great race for us to watch. Other shout outs are our sponsors, Georgia Mountain Fairground, our main one. They help us, fund this so we can make sure we get all these races shown to everybody. Also like to thank Auto America, Serta Simmons Betting, Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Dealer, Pinnacle Wraps, Lou LaRue by Tammy Litweiler, J&M Group, and Roberts Ball Screw. Personal shout outs, as usual, Uncle James, happy to see you back up here. We're going to try and keep this a regular thing, so hope you keep watching at home. Shout out to my teammate Ronnie. Unfortunately, with the way the cautions went, it really ruined his strategy, trapped him 2 laps down. He scrapped and clawed for everything he had. I think he still finished with the top 10, so kudos there, man. And final shout out has to go to my wife. I was crossing the start finish line for the win, and next thing you know, I hear in the room a woo. So she's happy to see that win. She came in with a dustpan telling him I swept him. So gotta love her, man.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing, man. Yeah, the type of support you have is pretty cool. So, all right, buddy, we'll get out of here and yeah, we'll close this thing down.
Alrighty, thank you, Adam.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
You as well.
All right, folks, that was your top 3 finishers there that we had the honor of interviewing. So let's get down to the race results here. Josh Yarbrough captures the flag again tonight for the second week in a row. Eric Johnson comes home in second place. Brian Ziemer rallies back up into third with Steve Giberson in fourth. Great run from Steve. Robert Tibbs, great run from him in fifth. Zachary Martin, great run for him in sixth with Matt Marklin. And nice rally back from Aaron Sellers to finish eighth. Charles Wilson in ninth. Ronnie Hurst in 10th. Cody Oliver in 11th. Anthony Bennett 12th. Sean Wilson 13th. Rob Hamilton 14th with Ronnie Welchel in 15th. Jordan Massey finishes 16th. David DeVell in 17th with Tim Freet 18th. Terry Litweiler in 19th. And Drew Kuhn rounding out your 20th spot here. As you can see, Calamity collecting there on the checkered flag. But anyway, folks, we're going to be at Bristol next, or this coming Thursday. Let's take a look here at the schedule for the Gen 4 Series. 260 laps Thursday. It's going to be the same time, same place, different cars, and it's going to be 30 laps longer. And then let's pull up the truck schedule for next week. We go to Homestead for 105 laps. That's also going to be really good. And then we've got USA International. That's going to be a really tough one, and it's a cutoff race to take the final 5 into the championship. So, with that being said, we're going to end tonight. I want to thank all the sponsors: Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, LuLaRoe by Tammy Litweiler, Serta Simmons Betting, J&M Group, Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Roberts Ball Screw Repair Services, Pinnacle Wraps, and Auto America. I want to thank all the people in the Twitch stream that showed up and showed out for these Outcast guys tonight. You couldn't ask for a better group of people to watch each and every week, and I couldn't ask for a better group of fans that come out and support them and support what I do as well. This is just a hobby, but I really enjoy doing it. But yeah, we're going to get out of here, and we'll see you guys Thursday. Remember, keep it fast, keep it clean, and as always, it's okay to be an outcast. We'll see you Thursday night, folks. Take it easy. See ya.